This is a review of this really large, hard shell protective waterproof case. I would say this is comparable to maybe like a Pelican or some other brands that are out there that you may have seen. This is a fairly large sized case. So this brand, available on Amazon. They have different models that come in different colors. I believe this one just comes in black because it is the larger one. There are actually another version of this case that's a little bit wider. This one's about 44 inches in length, and the one that's larger is about 57. So there is another option if you're looking for something a little bit bigger than this, but this one in of itself is fairly good sized. So I'm going to talk about some of the outside features, the exterior features of this case first, and then we'll go into the inside, talk about some of the foam and other options that are inside of it. So first of all, there are two handles, really large handles. When they fold down, they're slim, so they don't take up a lot of extra space over there. There's also then one on this side as well on the front. I'll call this the front or the top, because on the back side over here are two wheels. So it's more of a rolling unit than a carry unit. It's because it's so large, you can get a lot of equipment. You're going to want to roll it anyway for the most part. The hinges are on the back of this unit, and there are 6 clasp or latches, one on the side and each side, and then 4 across the front here. So these are all the latches, one back in here, and then you're able to open it up from there. Talk more of the foam in a minute. One of the cool features of this one is it has this identification option here, I guess, identification holder, which only comes out when the lid is open. So someone can't just necessarily rip this off, or won't get easily removed when the case is closed because of this setup where this has to be in these grooves. But this pops open and you can put some identification in there. And I believe this is probably close to waterproof, although there's no rubber seal or anything, but you could put something in here to identify what this is. It fits right back in this little tray like that, and then it stays. It doesn't really move away from the case, so it's unlikely to get ripped off. I guess it could be, but it seems pretty secure to me. Inside the case, the top, like a lot of the cases from this brand, is just eggshell. It's pretty thick. It's about, I'd say, 2.5 inches at the top, but the base is about 2 inches. And then the next layer is this thick piece of foam here, and this one is 4 inches thick, and this is the one that is pre-cut with the grid system in it, so that you can separate whatever you need to remove out of here to put your equipment in. So if you look at this, it's a fairly good amount of space to put in large lenses for camera gears, lighting, whatever you need to keep in here. You can set it up in a way so it doesn't move around inside the case with this section of foam here. And then underneath that is another layer of foam. This one is equally as thick as the one that you can break the pieces apart. However, it doesn't have that grid system. So this is more of a just keeping things safe and secure in here. Whether or not you need to keep that in, that's up to you, but you got some flexibility. And then beneath that, you've got a whole other section, about 2 inches of foam as well, that fits down in the bottom of the case in a way that goes around the wheels that are on the exterior. And there are no holes in the bottom of this. This is a completely waterproof case. So you have that 2 inches there, you've got 4 inches next, and then you've got your grid system here, your grid foam, where you can make adjustments and have things where you want them to be. The outside of the case, I believe, is about 44 inches, and depth-wise, closer to 17 inches. When you remove the foam for your equipment, there's going to be an inch here or so on each side of this, so your usable space is about 12 inches a foot. And for this direction, you got about 40 inches of usable space. So that's the dimensions internal, so that you know in this particular model of the case how much room you're actually working with to store your equipment. Back to some of the external features. Again, you got 6 heavy duty latches, 2 on each side, and then the 4 in the front. And then you are able to lock this case. And this particular model from this brand has the stainless steel grommets or brackets here for some extra protection. So you could get a padlock in there or a cable lock and secure it. It does stand up on its own as well. So here's your handle. You got your wheels down here. These are heavy duty, like rubberized wheels. They feel like they're solid. They roll really freely. Got some nice bearings on them. Some pads here, so when it is sitting on the ground, it's not actually sitting on the bottom of the case. It's sitting on these pieces of plastic here that keep it raised up a little bit. But this is a very large case. It rolls easy. Got a nice handle up here on the top, so you can roll it and the two handles, one on each side, make it easy to pick up. It's a great case. I liken this to, like I said, a Pelican, some of these other storage case options that are out there, but the price point is a little bit more affordable when you look at protective cases like this. This brand has quite a few different sizes that you can take a look at. This one is too large for your needs. Great case.